welcome. And I just wanted to talk about pray. What are you doing today? It is March 20th of 2020. We are unexpectedly um, facing a pandemic. Um, the children are out of school. Sorry, something on my lip. Facing a pandemic, and the children are out of school until May 1st as of now. My son is realizing that his senior year is going to be spent the rest of it at home, and he proclaimed that today that he's kind of bummed about that. So we need to be thinking about the class of 2020 who now will not experience their senior prom and any sports that they were involved in. And at this point, there may be no graduation. The caps and gowns have been ordered but may not be worn, but we'll still celebrate. There's always time to celebrate. So, on that note, I wanted to tell you you need to be strong in your faith, be true to yourself, be true to your recovery. This too will pass. Let go of worry and let God handle all of this. Here's the thing, we can't do anything about what's going on except pray. Pray because God sees all, knows all, hears our cries, catches our tears, and this too will be His story. His story. The churches are closed, the libraries are closed, most places are closing, most people are starting to work from home, and their kids are home. I've been experiencing these closures for a while since I work for a company out of China. My students have been locked up or on lockdown since January, so I've been kind of living vicariously through them on what this looks like, knowing that eventually the severity of it with them would eventually make its way over here. So I've been trying to not proclaim it or confess it, but just heed a little warning that, this isn't going away anytime soon. But again, the power of prayer is amazing. And if you don't know what that looks like, guys, it is so simple. Just have a conversation with whatever your higher power looks like. If it's a family member that's in heaven or you feel might be around you or seeing you, now's the time to open your mouth and speak words. In fact, you don't even need to open your mouth. You can sing a song. You can write in a journal. You can have a conversation, a conscious conversation in your head. Now that we all have some clarity and the fog has lifted, I know that it doesn't matter that the church buildings are closed, and it doesn't matter that we can't necessarily gather as believers, but thank God we have social media and Facebook and other avenues, and we're able to still keep sharing our testimonies and ministering to other believers and encourage one another, as well as lend a hand and extend a hand to others, not just believers, but all people. Now's the time to show us what Jesus has been showing us all along. And that, my friends, is love. Love like Jesus. No matter who the person is or what they're going through at this point in life, we're all going through the coronavirus, and we don't have any clear answers. We're not certain about anything, but we have to have faith and believe. And remember, put your faith into work because it works it. Be a servant. When somebody needs you to help them out, check on your neighbors, pray on buildings, put your hand on buildings, pray over Walmart, pray over Myers and the people working, pray over the nurses and the doctors and the military and people that are in nursing homes who have really, no contact with the outside, our elderly and our sick that are in nursing homes that can't receive visitors, and the nurses and doctors and physical therapists that are working nonstop with them. Um, Continue to pray for healing, not only physical healing, but emotional healing, and physical healing. And I just pray that everyone is able to receive the gifts that are actually being freely given right now. And right now, the gift is being home with my kids, doing TikToks, cooking, laughing, exercising, arguing, cleaning. The interaction that's happening right now in my home is something that hasn't happened, but maybe an hour here or there in the evenings, and now it's happening all day long. Having conversations that normally wouldn't be had, um, just speaking truth and life and hope, knowing and that we're all in this together, not only as a family, but as a community, as a society, as a state, as a country, as a world. And guess what, folks? He's got the whole world in his hands. And we are the world. And we need to come together and unite during this time of unease and unrest. Some of us are feeling anxiety. There are times where I feel it kind of creeping in. I can't go to the gym, which was one of my outlets, and one of my tools in my toolbox. But I have gotten the yoga ball out. I've gotten my yoga mat out. I've gotten my weights out. And so, in order to lift some weight off of myself or some anxiety, I am continuing to develop new ways to exercise. And I've incorporated yoga and dancing and sit ups and squats, just burning some of that anxiety off while at the same time listening to the praise and worship music that's upbeat. So I'm getting the word in, I'm releasing any tension or anxiety, and I'm having fun doing it. And I'm actually building my emotional sobriety, I'm building my physical sobriety and my spiritual sobriety all in one. So get creative. We've gotten the paintbrushes out. My daughter is making bracelets with her friends. She's going to call them hope bracelets. She wants to deal out some hope to the world. So there's so many life lessons taking place right now that I feel like God has rained all of this on us so that we be still and know that He is God. Nothing happens without Him being a part of it, immersed in it. And when you don't feel like He's there, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, He is here. And we are not alone. He sees us. He knows exactly what's going on. Now's the time to reach deep inside your soul and, just confess to the Lord that, you have been living a selfish life and now you're ready to just surrender and give it your all. Because right now, if you don't want to give your all to God, please give it to your family and friends and those out there that have absolutely nothing, like not a job. They don't have any money. They have no way to pay their bills if they have any bills. I mean, it's crazy. Now is the time to lend that hand. I watched a video of some teenage boys helping a gas station attendant move some windshield wiper cleaner so she could sweep under it and move some bottled water and stuff. So, I mean, it's happening. This is exactly what God has asked us to do, and He has shown us that through His Son Jesus, who walked this earth, that it's the little things. It is the little things that will just make big things grow and blossom. It's planting those little tiny seeds, not knowing what's going to happen in the dark. But eventually something's going to happen. Something's going to crack open and something is going to happen. Something so far beyond our wildest dreams. So today I saw something and it said, we're stepping out of the church. Church is closed, but yet it is open and it is alive. So again, I said something the other day, get on that train. Even if you don't even know where that train's going and you're not sure about like what ticket you're buying and destination and stuff, get on the train with other hopeful people who are full of faith, who know that this is just another rising of the tides, This is just another storm for us to go through. And I know that in times of trial and tribulation, the Lord is working on strengthening me even further. This is a test. People say, oh, I can't hear God. I can't hear God. Well, folks, get the pencils out. Start writing in your journal. Start proclaiming things. This is a test, and we need to see, who's willing to pick up that pencil. And even if you don't get the right answers, we're asking everyone to participate in the test. So go out carefully and cautiously. Heed caution. If you're not comfortable going out, you can pray anywhere. You can pray at home, in the closet, in the shower, in your bed. You can pray as you're writing in a journal. Get into the Word. Get into faith-based literature. Turn on praise and worship music. We've got the Fortress here. K-Love. I'm always on iHeartRadio, Matthew West, or Mercy Me Radio. There's so many good things happening. The broadcasters on K-Love and even the Fortress with Mike Majuk are speaking prophetic words into us. They are daily speaking love and hope and joy into what's happening out in the world, which is fear and anxiety and doubt and uncertainty, which are all not God things. So those of us who have strong faith, or even the faith of a mustard seed, it's time to get out there and open your voices, even if it's just from home, praying. I tried to pray with someone yesterday. I went to Dollar General and I got the last loaf of bread. The young man working said, I got bread. It's the last loaf. And I graciously took it, even though it's not the kind I eat. It was bread. And I'm going to take whatever bread is being given, even if it's the last bread, because man cannot live on bread alone. But I needed that loaf of bread for my children. And then I returned the cart inside, and there was a different person, a manager person. It was a woman. I asked her, is there anything I can pray for you about? Is there anything? She said, no. I said, are you sure I can pray, about the store and stuff? She said, no, thank you. And I said, well, I'm going to go outside and I'm going to pray on the store. She said, okay. So I placed my hand on the outside of the building and I prayed for all who enter and all who work there, just to ease anxiety, to keep a hedge of protection over the building and the people that enter it. And I know that the people that are working in the building are working tirelessly, cleaning and trying to protect the product and everything like that, and just trying to make sure that there is enough product. And she was actually placing orders for more product, and there'll be a truck at the South Side Dollar General today. If you need more bread or toilet paper, it is coming over here by CVS South, over by the IWU offices over here on the South Side where I live. So Dollar General is getting orders in today. So instead of running around in a panic, instead of running around like chickens with our heads cut off, just, get your ducks in a row. I mean, sometimes my ducks are running around outside in the garden and they don't want to come in, but I need to try to get my ducks in a row. I need to know, just what everything might look like, could look like. But at the end, I mean, I can't be completely in control of anything that I don't even know what to control. I'm going to let the professionals do that. Working online this morning, I know that some of my little children over in China told me that they are going outside and they are walking around. And in the south of China, they're actually going outdoors and going back to work. Some of our families of the Chinese children are going back to work 3 days a week, 2 days a week. So they've got smiles on their faces. They are hopeful. There's talk that there is not necessarily a cure underway, but there definitely is treatment of some sort coming. I also heard that those mobile hospitals that China constructed are actually not being in use anymore. There are no known current cases in Wuhan, where it originated from, not in the past 3 days. I'm not sure about the accuracy of these things that I'm stating. I'm just telling you what I'm hearing. So again, the media likes to keep us informed, but sometimes there's just things we need to scroll past, and we need to learn to discern, and we need to know where you're getting your facts from, because, today I know where the truth can be heard. I know where the truth can be read. And I know that if I keep in the Word that tells me that It's not me. It's not me to control. It's God, but God. So the church is not in the building anymore, folks. So please be listening to those around you and being attentive to others' needs. And now's the time to show that love and stay in constant prayer. I know my pastor at New Life Community Church here in Marion, Indiana, Pastor Dave, had some encouraging things to say about fellowship and being united, and we're doing online services. I know Revive Grant County, Indiana. Some of us are doing an Acts online Bible study thanks to Melinda. Our church is also through YouVersion doing an Acts Bible study. So now's the time. Now is the time. Download YouVersion on your phones or your computers and get into the Word. And there are easy versions. You don't have to do King James. You can do the NIV or the CIV or whatever New Living Translation, whatever you want, because there is Bible for Dummies. I mean, I'm not trying to be rude, but I don't read the King James. I grew up with King James, and I was more confused ever. I was so lost. So I got to witness a picture of my son doing his youth group on media last night. So, I mean, we're still here. We are doing it, and we're doing it stronger than ever. I mean, we are united, and we are the soldiers, and we are in the Lord's army. So suit up, folks, and remember, the Lord doesn't give us anything we can't handle, and he gives us his most difficult tasks to his strongest soldiers. So what are you going to do today to stay strong in your faith? What are you going to do today to keep your mind occupied from the fear and anxiety that might be trying to get into your brain? Because, you know, we are using social media to communicate with family and friends and just stay updated, but we just need to learn to filter. Like what we say in recovery meetings is sometimes you just take what you need and leave the rest. And I urge you to do that in all of the media hype that's taking place. I'm grateful today for food in my fridge, my kids being home. I'm grateful that I have a job online. I'm grateful that my job online allows me to stay in contact with children in China and that they are happy and healthy and safe. And they aren't freaking out. So I'm making gratitude lists with them online and things like that. So sprinkle the seeds. If you don't know what that looks like and you don't even have a clue as to what I'm talking about, just be ready to receive. There's some free gifts that are being given out left and right. You know, just look around. Stop being in such a hurry. Stop and smell the roses. And the sun is shining. And I think someone posted rainbows the other day, which is God's promise. You can get outside and walk around. Just when you're walking around, just be aware of your surroundings. Not to be looking for the bad stuff, but looking for the good in all things, because God's promises are revealed in everyday events and activities. Someone around you could need you. Someone around you could be trying to share a message that you might need to hear. The message might be heard through someone that you least expect. So, and then someone around you might actually be asking, like, I want it in my life. I just don't even know what that looks like. And now's the time to just let you know that, you know, it looks like this. It looks like love. And it looks like just action, like with your mouth and your words, confess that Jesus is Lord of all, and he sees all, and he is sovereign, and he will see us through all of this, and keep the faith. Let go of that wheel and keep on keeping, because we're all in this together. Peace, love, and happiness all the days of your life. In the eye of the storm, he remains in control. He is the victor. He is our all in all. He is our provider, our healer, our Father, our Abba, our Yahweh, one way. Man, I could tell you all the things that he's been for me. One of them, most and foremost, is Savior, Redeemer. He has the power to restore. Put on your helmets, folks. Put on your armor. Be covered in his feathers, because today is the day that the Lord has made, and let us rejoice and be glad in it and raise a hallelujah. I know times don't look good and it looks dark, but you know what I know is that even in the darkness, there's always light, because light always outpowers dark. On that note, the light is on. It has never gone out. You're never alone. Ever. You've never been alone. He has seen everything that you went through, and you went through it because He knew you needed to. This is your testimony, and it is time to minister. Have a great day. Peace out.